Well, egg freezing does really work if it's done right, but it really is dependent on the clinic doing it right. Now, there's been a huge commercialization of IVF in the last 5 to 10 years, maybe because of the egg freezing, and people are thinking about getting rich quick. I mean, there are companies that are venture capitalist companies that know nothing about biology whatsoever, but they think there's a chance to get rich quick by buying up these IVF centers and buying off the doctors and increasing profit margin, decreasing costs, and going into things they don't know how to do and being very unprofessional, unscientific, unacademic about it. So that's happening a lot. You have to really go to the right place. And if you do, I can tell you, we were the first to bring egg freezing to the United States with, it's actually from Japan, with really good vitrification technique. And I can tell you that the technique is really, really important. If the technique is done well, about 10% of the eggs are going to be less fertile because of it, only 10%. But the other 90% are going to be just fine. So egg freezing does work, but you can't go to one of these fly-by-night egg freezing clinics that is probably be sold 5 years from now for a profit to some other venture capitalist who will sell it off 5 years later to another venture capitalist. I mean, you really don't want to be messing with that. You want to go to a really proper institution where we really know what we're doing, because the technique is really important. You can't be sloppy about the technique for egg freezing. So yes, it works. I recommend that any woman under 35 who wants to have babies later, or thinks she might, should have her eggs frozen. It'll give you that insurance that you can rest easy and not worry about hurrying up and marrying the guy you don't want to marry, or hurrying up and having a baby when you're not ready to have a baby. Because really, over the age of 35, the incidence of infertility is 20%. And by 40, the incidence is about 90%. So, in fact, if you're in your 20s, I recommend every 25-year-old woman get her eggs frozen. But you've got to have it done right at a place you can trust. And it may take, of course, more than one cycle of freezing. It might take 2 or 3 cycles to have enough eggs that you have a 95%, 97% chance of at least one baby. That's the statistics.